When I joined eXp 3 years ago, if I sort of cast my mind back, I didn't give too much thought to the fact that I was joining a network of agents. I looked at it as almost like a tool. They'd provide a service for me to run my own estate agency, and I'd probably just, be a bit of a lone wolf and get on with it by myself. It's funny now because 3 years later, and it's amazing how often I rely on the support of, my fellow agents here at eXp, whether it be I need can someone send me a valuation letter template, or can someone help me with this particular problem I've got with sales progression, or I don't know, it could even be that I just want to air some frustrations with somebody that understands what I'm talking about. But I now heavily rely on, my business partners and my colleagues across eXp for that support, whether it be technical guidance or, sometimes just emotionally, I guess. And how that looks at eXp, and I completely undervalued this when I joined, but we've got a tool called Workplace, which is a little bit like Facebook, but it's basically just us eXp agents on there, and we can jump on there and post and ask questions from one another, or somebody might share a marketing letter they've done that's working really well, or ask for feedback on something before they send it. And we can all pile in with our opinions if you want to. It's completely optional. If you never want to log in, you don't have to, but I use it quite a lot. I remember one particular time I was sat in the cabin about 9 o'clock at night, and it was one of those days where, when your brain's just fried, and I'd kept writing this paragraph in a valuation letter and just kept getting it wrong. I was getting really frustrated. I thought it's going to take me like an hour to write a valuation letter. What's going on? And it just suddenly occurred to me, I thought I'll just jump on Workplace. So I jumped on Workplace, said, hey guys, has anybody got a valuation letter I can borrow? Like 15 minutes later, I had 9 in my inbox from colleagues across the whole country. One was from Derby. I think that's the one I ended up using. And that's just something I wouldn't have had if I'd have gone out there on my own. And we also benefit from free training, which is completely optional. It's all offered in our virtual environment, so you can log in from home, in bed in your pajamas, or whatever you want to do, and actually attend. Now, what we tend to do is we'll try and spot if any of our agents within the network perform particularly well in a certain area. So, I coach direct mail, for example, because that's something that I've got a lot of experience of. And I do coaching sessions live in the world that anyone can attend. And I try and help you get that set up. Ben Moore, if anyone's seen Ben on social media, he's fantastic. He'll deliver how to be a rock star on social media as training. We've got people that come in who are really good at compliance, which is not me, and they'll be able to offer training there. So essentially the trainers come from people who are out in the field practicing what they're preaching and showing you proven techniques. Also got online technical support, which is offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So on the rare occasion, if you log in and have a bit of a problem with your emails not working, for example, you can go into the world, talk to somebody live who will fix that problem for you there and then, and that's a completely free service offered to all of our agents. We've also got a head office team that are there to support you with certain areas of your business. So we've got a compliance advisor that will be able to ensure that all of your properties are compliant and give you any help with things like AML checks and stuff like that if you need it. We've got somebody especially here to coach and train you on social media and how to make the most of various different platforms, and it's a bit of a minefield, so that's somebody that I've lent on from time to time. We've also got people that will just listen to you phoning up because you're emotional about something, whether that be that you've just secured your first deal or whether you've had a little wobble on one. They're there to listen to you and just to talk you through what you should do in your next steps, and sometimes just be a bit of a counsellor that we all need as well. I cannot speak highly enough of every individual involved in our head office team. They're absolute superstars. So none of these things are the reason why I joined, but it's a major reason why I'm going to stay.